we've got a sign there that says cyclist route. I suppose we'll all be cycling soon, won't we, when they ban cars? What's that all about? 2040 they're going to stop producing the internal combustion engine, and that's just in Europe, is it? So we'll be thrust back into the dark ages, won't we? Because we can't produce enough electricity as it is, so the demand's going to double. So it's going to be like, is it Dark Mirror, that series, where they've got human guinea pigs generating electricity on cycles? And if the rest of the world doesn't follow suit, we are totally stuffed, aren't we? And what of lorries? You know, what we're going to do? Battery operated lorries? Battery vehicles is not the answer. Electrical vehicles, yeah, that is probably the answer, but it needs to be hydrogen cell. And if they're going to bring this, I'm hoping it's a hoax, but if it is true that from 2020 or the mid 2020s they're going to start phasing them out, we need to react, I'm afraid, guys. We need to bring London to its knees, as it were, and say, no, we're not doing this until you can provide us with hydrogen cell vehicles. So we're not putting a demand on the national grid. Otherwise we will be thrust into the dark ages. We'll have power cuts and all sorts of stuff. So it's insane. Whoever's thought this up is a complete moron. And I'm old enough to realise that these so-called experts the government hire just say what the government want them to say, basically. There's so many times they've been proved wrong. So the same when they said, oh, everybody drive a diesel, you know, we'll make diesel cheaper and you can have cheaper road tax because of it and all the rest of it. So at the very least, it's another way of screwing money out of people, isn't it? At the very least. But the worst option is they want to bring Europe to its knees. And when I say that, I do watch a lot of independent news channels on YouTube, and I sift through to see what is relevant and what could be believed. And if you Google George Soros, he's a multi-billionaire businessman, and his agenda, I mean, he sponsors a lot of left-wing activists, Antifa and all that sort of thing, basically to bring Europe to its knees. The migrant crisis apparently has something to do with him. Whether it's in collusion with Angela Merkel, I don't know, but she's old enough not to give a shit, I suppose, what happens to Europe, as long as she's living in a lap of luxury. And I think what he's after is a civil war, basically. So we're in disarray, and then they'll march in the European army, and Germany will take over Europe again, like they wanted to in the 1940s. And if you think that's all hearsay, just read the book called The Fourth Reich, and that explains Germany's plan to take over Europe after they lost the war. And it's what they're doing with the EU, and that's the reason I voted to leave, because I didn't want a totalitarian state of Germany to run the whole of Europe, which they're doing at the moment. So good old Blighty hopefully will get out of this EU nonsense. Others will follow. I think there's about 5 countries that are ready to leave. It needs to be ripped to shreds and then start again. We will do a trade deal, but we'll not have our laws made by Germany, basically. If you've noticed, they pick off all the big business contracts. So anyway, that's my opinion. It is only my opinion. I'm sure there's a few of you out there who'll think, no, that's a load of nonsense. Well, that's fine. Everybody believes what they want to believe, but you know, you've got to believe what you believe yourself, and you know, you've got to stick by your views, haven't you? And I'm not arrogant enough not for my mind to be changed if I hear logical arguments to the contrary, but that's the best I can come up with it at the moment, but I'm no expert on this. But yeah, read the book, Fourth Reich. There's one or two books out there about.
This is the end, beautiful friend. This is the end, my own